Hello and welcome. I'm Siddharth Zarabi. The BJP has been a party of reform, and ever since it lost power in 2004, it's a party which has been trying to find its true calling again. Over the past few months and years, the impression that seems to have taken currency is that the BJP is stalling reform. At least that is the charge that the Congress and the UPA levies on this party. And joining me today to discuss this very important matter is the BJP president himself, Mr. NITIN Gadkari. Thank you very much, Mr. Gadkari, for joining us today. Let me begin by asking you a question on the Prime Minister. It is exactly a month after he took over the finance ministry, raising hopes and expectations that he would undertake a lot of steps, get stalled reform back on track, and restore the economy. That euphoria seems to have dissipated. What are your comments on that?
First of all, I feel that I don't want to make any individual comments against the Prime Minister. But in any country, in any system, we need the credibility to the leadership. And the leadership, credibility, decision-making capacity and vision. And at the same time, commitment for the society and the country. As far as the present UPA situation is concerned, out of 5, nothing is there. So this government is lose confidence. They don't want to take the decision, and not taking a decision is their policy, and constantly the economy is in such a worse position, which already it's one thing I feel that it just collapsed. In such a situation, this government is not serious, and I am not expecting anything from the Prime Minister. Only he can deliver some speeches and talking something, but the fact is that on the ground reality, nothing has happened.
Nitinji, you just spoke about the fact that the government doesn't seem to be doing anything, and we are currently in a situation where it is more or less certain that the monsoon will partially fail, and that therefore raising concerns about what will happen to the economy as well as to the farming community. My question to you is, what is your sense of the situation, and especially what are your BJP-ruled states doing about this situation? Is there a proposal that the party will seek, at least at the state level, for compensation, a sort of bailout package for the farming sector?
As far as the UPA ruled state governments, the BJP and NDA ruled state governments are doing good job. I will give you the example of Madhya Pradesh. Last 2 years, the agriculture growth rate in Madhya Pradesh was something 2.4%. Within 2 years, it is first year, this is the record break agriculture growth rate in the country, this is 18%. Because they increased their irrigation capacity from 7 lakh hectares to 22 lakh hectares. The credit goes to Shivrajji and his government. So in our state, we are constantly helping to the power and giving crop loan without interest. In Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka and Chhattisgarh, we are giving farmers loan without interest, 0% interest. In Karnataka, we are giving farmers power free. Because I am principally against giving anything free to the farmers. But the situation, in this situation, it is the duty of the welfare state to help all poor and family, particularly the farmer families. So our government is taking serious note of this drought, and we have already planned our program in Karnataka and also in other state also. And majority rule state where we are facing the problem, they are UPA rule state. And this time I am expecting from the central government that they should give their financial assistance to the Karnataka state where the ruling party is the opposition party. The problem is that whatever the federal system we have, this government is not implementing the federal spirit of our constitution. They are creating more problems to the states ruled by the opposition party. And by making bargaining, they are giving packages to their favorite people. So this is not the economic justice. So in the democracy, our governments, particularly NDA rule government, we expect justice from the central government on the basis of the ground reality and the situation. In this drought situation, we are expecting a judicious approach from this government for helping to particularly to our state which is ruled by the opposition parties.
All right, Nitinji, let's now turn to the other issue that has sort of been laid at the BJP's doorsteps over the last months. We have heard a discourse from the Congress and the UPA which seems to suggest and blame the BJP for stalling crucial reforms, and saying that policy paralysis, a part of that at least, actually is on account of the BJP stalling crucial economic legislation in Parliament, not allowing the government government to go ahead with crucial reforms. Yashwant Sinha, in fact, went ahead to even blame the Prime Minister, and he said that he is an underrated politician and an overrated economist. Is this criticism of the BJP's stance on economic reforms justified?
One thing is very clear, that under the chairmanship of Yashwant Sinha, the finance committee is there. Already finance committee approved 10 financial bills, and already that bills are submitted to the government. I am asking this question to the Prime Minister and the UPA, why are not submitting this bill to the Parliament? What is the reason? Is there an obstacle from the BJP? There are a lot of issues where we are ready to support this government, about the pension bill, many other bills. Why not this government is taking initiative to submit these bills to the Parliament? Is it our problem? As far as GST is concerned, the Sushil Modi's committee already submitted their report to Yashwant Sinha ji, and Yashwant Sinha ji already taking hearing from the concerning people, and also we are also in principally support of GST. There are some reservation about some rules and regulations related with this law, that we have, as per the credibility of this UPA government, is creating more complications to the state government, where the governments are ruled by the opposition party. So that problem can be solved. So we already have it under consideration, and we are principally supporter of the GST. But the problem is that in the own cabinet, it is difficult for the Prime Minister to approve this financial bill. It is difficult for them as a finance minister. They cannot submitting their bills to the Parliament. They are entirely their problem, and they are blaming BJP and NDA. It's very unfortunate, and it should not be justified.
Nitinji, while you say this, the fact is that finance ministry officials have consistently been maintaining over the last year or two that crucial BJP stalwarts like Raghavji from Madhya Pradesh, the finance minister there, or even the state of Gujarat, which otherwise is a progressive economy, are in fact playing politics as far as the issue of central sales tax compensation is concerned, and that after agreeing with the Pranab Mukherjee formulation earlier before this budget, now BJP ruled states have raised this demand of more additional CST compensation as only a political ploy to derail GST. Would you sort of agree with that? Is that a fair criticism?
First of all, the Gujarat and Madhya Pradesh have their right to protect the interest of their state. They are submitting their concerns, which are their basic problems about the revenue of the state. They are submitting to state government, now central government. And it is the duty of the central government and finance ministry to protect the interest of the state government. So there is no problem. Principally, we are all in favor of that. But with the concerns which the Gujarat and Madhya Pradesh have, we are expecting from the central government, they should address that concerns. They should solve that problem, and making the whatever the needful legislation for that, then there will be no problem. We are also going to organize a meeting with our finance minister, our central core committee, leadership, our financial experts, and whatever their concerns, we will think about it. We will listening their presentations, and after that we will also suggest the Yashwant Sinha's committee that how it can be possible for us to make this legislation as early as possible.
Nitinji, is it clear that the Yashwant Sinha committee will submit its recommendations on the GST amendment bill before the beginning of the monsoon session? Clearly just 7-10 days left for the next session of Parliament to begin.
I don't know exactly, but Yashwant Sinha is constantly monitoring the situation. He already received the presentation from Mr. Raghavji, Finance Minister of Madhya Pradesh, Saurabh Patel, Finance Minister of Gujarat. The whole committee has listening their concerns, their issues. They have listening their presentations. And I feel that in due course of time, it will not be difficult for Yashwantji to submit his report to the ministry, to the government. But I don't know exactly what is the situation now.
All right, let's now turn to the issue of another major reform on which the Congress backstepped. It was in fact not just the insurance amendment bill which was strangely taken off the cabinet agenda by Mr. Pranab Mukherjee. It is the issue of FDI and retail. Talks have been held with BJP ruled states as well as other states. Anand Sharma has gone around, the Commerce Minister, claiming that a consensus is being evolved. Can we take it at this point of time that the BJP is in principle support of FDI and multi-brand retail? Because I remember that the original proposal had actually taken some ground during the NDA days.
First of all, FDI in retail, we have some reservation. Because presently we need storage capacity for food grains, pre-cooling plant, cold storage and market chains. Is it not the duty of this government? For this basic infrastructure in agriculture and rural sector, we are expecting help and directions and guide philosopher or our foreign companies. What is the situation of this country? Why not? Is it not our government has got that potential to do it? So I feel that only the FDI is the solution for economic situation. This is not the correct answer. We are already accepted 26% investment in FDI in retail. But as far as the employment potential in this country is concerned in present economic situation, if we allow the foreign share more, it will create more unemployment in rural and agriculture sector. This is the time for the country to encourage our people, our industry, our traders, businessmen, to involve them in the progress and development, economic growth of the country. So we have some reason about it. That is one of the things. But other thing, as far as pension bill and other many issues, there is no problem. But why not government is submitting their bill to the parliament? It is the problem they have with their cabinet, with their departments. And presently the government, there are a lot of power centers. This government is neither taking action and neither have any direction. So these are the problem of this government. That's why the country is facing a lot of problems. Foreign direct investment is stopped. Whatever the foreign direct investment countries now they want to go back. The Indian industries also they want to invest abroad. So inflation rate is very high. And in such a situation, the government is not taking the decision. I'm again emphasis one thing, that wrong economic policies, bad and corrupt governance, visionless leadership and not taking the decision is the basic problem for the Indian economy, and only I feel that sincerely and seriously the Congress party and UPA, they are basically responsible for that. And as far as the Prime Minister is concerned, he's failed in this economic